Hey guys, what's up? This is a bit of a change of pace from my usual videos. We're gonna build a game from scratch. Don't know how far we're gonna get with it, but this is like beginners kind of a tutorial for Unity. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. Alright. Just downloaded the new update for Unity, so alright. Just opened it up. All I did was save the scene as test scene 1. That's it. And then I put the standard assets, that's all. It's literally brand new, fresh project. So just add the terrain, add a light, add a first person controller, alright. We're just gonna quickly get started. Let's put the textures. I'm just gonna quickly bash it out. Everything here is just gonna be like test, you know. It's all gonna be test. Test. The only other thing what I did do is turned off VSync. Alright. That's literally all I did. Okay. Got some loud sounds this time. Alright, so we're running around on the world. Alright, it's nice. Literally what we want now what I want is sort of like a crosshair, because we're gonna be a first person shooter. Okay. Okay. That didn't work. Oh yeah. Gotta anchor that to the middle. Try again. Try again. There you go. Crosshair in the middle. Wait. Let's put our stats. The frame rate. Alright, we got frames. Good frames. The actual audio is so annoying, so we're gonna turn that off now. We're just gonna turn the volume down for now. Alright. So that's it. That's we quickly banging out the early things. I'm gonna run through this quite quickly. Well, as you can see, this is like took 2 minutes and we've already got, you know, the terrain, character, the crosshair. Oh, we're bouncing around like crazy. It's already starting to look okay, I guess. Obviously you'd put a lot more work into it. like I say, everything is going to be test underscore. So we should look down this list and everything should say test. That doesn't need to because that's a child of that, so it's all fine. We just want to keep everything nice. Okay. Okay, so now we've got the first person part, so let's add the shooting part. Okay, so go to asset store, type in FPS free. Alright, let's get the AK. Download that, it's free. Okay, while that's downloading, let's make a new folder for our scripts. Call it scripts. Open it up, make a new script, call it player shooting. Open that up. Okay. Done this. Okay, so let's get into it with our first bit of scripting. So what do we want? We want to fire a bullet. Okay. So we got public game object bullet. Okay. And we're gonna have the position where it's gonna be fired from, which is called transform. Transform bullet spawn. Boom. Okay, so we got the bullet, we got the bullet spawn. We can add a bunch more after this, but just for now, let's just keep it simple. So basically, if we left click, we want to shoot a bullet and we want to spawn it from the weapon. So we need it, which is this string fire 1, and the time is greater than next fire, so basically every second we can fire. It's kind of like a slow firing gun. So when we left click, we check for the time, so 1 second must elapse from the last shot. Then if we fire, so when we call the fire function, we're going to instantiate a new bullet, which is the clone of our bullet prefab. So this is the bullet what gets spawned, which is up here. It's our rigid body, and it gets spawned. This bit's it's all important, but it gets spawned at the position and rotation of the bullet spawn, which is this. Okay, so what I did, I moved the bullet spawn to be a child of the weapon, so it sticks more close, and now the weapon doesn't move around. Also, I created another empty with a called it offset and put the rotations at 90 minus 90, because when I was shooting, it was doing this bit. It was saying it was doing the rotation of our actual spawn, which we didn't want that because we wanted the position of the bullet spawn, but we didn't want the rotation because I couldn't get the bullet to rotate. So I couldn't change these values because then we'd be like shooting backwards. So I made an offset and put it at 90 minus 90. So if you see the offset, that's to make the bullet just face the right way. Everything was working, but the bullet was facing the wrong way when it came off the weapon. So let's run through everything again. Okay, so we've got our rigid body bullet, we've got our bullet spawn, which is the transform. We're only using that for its position here. See the bullet spawn position. We're not actually using its rotation. We've got this another transform here for the offset to use its rotation, so we can rotate it some weird ways just to get the bullet looking nice. Now obviously we said this before, speed, fire rate, next fire, that's just so you can't spam a million bullets. And then yeah, again we got the cam for zooming in, went through all that. So I just changed this line, this little bit here, instead of the bullet spawn dot rotation, now it's the offset dot rotation. So just so it looked nice when it came out the weapon, that's all. But it just, you know, it was a bit fiddly, a bit annoying. But so to run through everything, we got the weapon there, we made the prefab. We don't need these two prefabs, I don't know, I was just messing around. Yeah, so the gun doesn't move this time, but before we were just shooting straight, like we would shoot up there but the bullet wouldn't go there. So now it's perfect. And the only other thing what I did is actually what I did is I put gravity back on. Obviously we wanted gravity because if you look, we now have bullet drop in the game. We got bullet drop in the game, so you know we can change the values if we want more drop, but obviously we're gonna have less drop than this on like an AK, and that's kind of like a bit of a pea shooter the way it just drops like that. But we wanted bullet drop, we don't want it to be, you know, like Call of Duty or something where there's no drop. We're gonna actually use, you know, see there's that bug where sometimes you can't zoom in. We'll fix that. We got quite a lot of drop on. Obviously all you would do if you wanted less drop and stuff, you just change the mass to like say 0.5, then you've got half the drop. So we go back, take another shot, see, that's better. I'm gonna keep it at 0.5 I think. So okay, no, actually saved for some reason, even though I was in play mode. Okay, so that's perfect. That's the drop that we want really, the bullets. You know, because if someone, say we're way over here, someone's on top of the mountain, it's just gonna drop off there just at the end. See it bounced off there. So yeah, we made, run through it all again. I made the spawn a child of the weapon. No, I didn't. I did, and then I changed it back. So the bullet spawn's a child of the character now, which sits underneath the camera, so the weapon doesn't bob around like it did last time. The spawn has a child itself, which is called an offset, and that's all neatly up in the controller. The script now actually sits on the spawn, and the bullet now actually spawns from the character rather than the weapon. Okay, so I changed that. The bullet, this is this prefab, the spawn, this is our character. Just drag that over. Speed's now at 5,000. Fire rate, we could bring that down maybe for making shoot a little faster. Obviously we've got the cam. We can change the codes, so we don't need this here eventually as a public variable. There's no real point. The offset, we need the offset just to have the bullet facing the right way when it comes out the weapon. Obviously we'll make the bullets the size of the actual bullet will be a lot smaller, but I just wanted it. I wanted to be able to see it during testing of the game and development. So obviously the bullets are way too large in size, but that's it for this video. We've got the first person, we've got the shooting. In the next video we're gonna make the game more unique, like actually add in some of my ideas. This is just a general beginner's guide for FPS. Obviously the bullets don't actually, you know, damage anyone, or there's no enemies to kill, and all that stuff. We'll get into it. And there is a slight bug with the, now and then it doesn't want to zoom in for whatever reason. I think it's because I'm pressing sprint though. Sometimes it is working fairly well. There is that odd frame though that it sort of skips. And that's to do with, like, I'm sure it's to do with like fixed update, all that stuff. But for now, you know, there's a drop from here to there. If there's an enemy there, you're gonna have to drop. You're gonna have to shoot. Probably not that high. You're gonna have to shoot about this high to hit him. Maybe there. You can play around with this for hours. You know, that's just wanted the basics right now. See how it didn't zoom in there when I was pressing it? I'm gonna have to fix that. But for now, that's it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.